Hello, welcome back to my channel. Let's jump right into it. First, I'm using the Embryolisse cream, and this is just a thick base, which I really like. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with this Gatsby hair kind of gel cream. I use a spoolie to kind of push my flyaways down. Next, I'm going in with some foundation. I'm using this Dior Backstage in W03, and I'm using a spatula to spread that all over my face, giving me a thin layer. Then I'm using a sponge to blend that all out. Next, going in with concealer, I'm using this Fenty and using the heat of my fingers to rub that all in and blend it under my eyes and on my forehead. Next, going in with contour, I'm using this Isamaya contour stick in Oak. Just putting that around my forehead, along my nose bridge or the sides, and then blending that out with a precision concealer brush. Next up we have blush. I'm using this Huda Beauty Faux Filter Blush, I think, in the shade Black Cherry. I spread it all over my palms and then I use a fluffy blush brush and slowly blend it all over the high points of my cheeks and here just along the nose to give me a little bit of a flush. Filling that blush in with some powder blush, I'm using the About Tone Fluffy Wear Blusher in Bashful Pink. Moving on to powder, I'm using this Huda Beauty Loose Bake powder in Pound Cake. I'm also using a fluffy brush to press the product in around my forehead, under my eyes and my smile lines. Moving on, using a lash curler just to curl the ends of my lashes. And now for the eyes, I'm using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes number 2. So this one's the cooler toned one. First going in with number 6, building that along the lash line and then slowly blending it upwards into the crease. Also using number 2 to soften out that edge. Next, going in with number 10 with a liner brush and smudging that across the lash line to create a subtle wing. Next, we're going to fill in the brows, first using a spoolie to brush the brow hairs up and going in with a hard brow pencil, starting off at the center of the brow and then slowly drawing out that wing at the end. Again, going in with that spoolie to soften up that brow. And then with some brow gel, I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Next, going in with mascara, I'm using the Rom&nd Brown Mascara in Long Hazel for a subtle look. Lastly, just going to curl my fringe just to give it some volume and have it curve around my face a little bit more. Whoops, very last thing is setting the face. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting spray, and then I'm just going to fan it off, and that's the look. Thanks for watching. Bye.